Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at how Joshua Van is actively trying to make me dislike him. I feel like it's deliberate and targeted. As you know, if you're a fan of the channel, you know I'm a Joshua Van fan. I've been singing his praises for a good while now. Been picking him in the predictions. Didn't pick him in this fight. But you know. Anyway. He's actively trying to make me dislike him. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it right now as I shrink myself down. Not that small. Jesus, not that small. We're going to try and avoid getting copyright struck. So I'm going to be large for just a moment as we hit play.
The champion Pantoja is 35, the challenger ban is 24.
Let's be realistic. The fight's 20 seconds, so we can probably just, you know... Oh, we're right in it. It's fine. We're right in it. Oh, what incredible. What incredible. Oh, what an excellent performance so far. And it's over. Just like that. And it's over. What a celebration. But that is what I want to take a look at right there. So, 20 seconds of a fight. 20 whole seconds of a fight. His opponent falls over. You know. Joshua Van's opponent. The champion, Pantoja, the current defending champion at this moment in time. Pantoja has fallen over. And he's popped out his shoulder. We find the moment he fell over. There it is right here. He falls over. Rolls over. Looks up like, I think it's over. Joshua Van steps in. Doesn't throw the final ground and pound. Good bit of sportsmanship. But it's this. He started celebrating. Mute that shit. Look at him celebrating. You don't celebrate that. You don't celebrate that. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Celebration. Look at him. Look at him. Come on, man. Look. I know it's not that egregious, and you know what? I'd be happy as well if I'd just been handed the belt. But the thing is, right? The thing is, you didn't really earn it. Like, you got ready for the fight. You got 20 seconds of a fight. Not really much to say about that 20 seconds, if we're being honest. Pantoja falls over. In fact, Pantoja throws a head kick, and it didn't land properly. Obviously, you caught it. More like it rested on your shoulder for a second. But Pantoja falls over. I'm out of focus. Pantoja falls over. Lands straight armed. Elbow pops out. Shoulder pops out. Dislocates something. And you don't even ground him, Pan. You can see that's happened. He looks at you like, it's not going down, bro. And you're like, And then the ref gets in and stops it. And your first reaction is not, that wasn't really much of a fight. Oh, that's no way to win the belt. Is to run around and celebrate. I mean, I get it. You won the belt. Fair enough. But it just seems classless. Just seems classless to be celebrating like that when you're celebrating like you knocked them out. You're celebrating like it was a walk-off KO. That's the vibes you're giving. You're celebrating like you've just won a one-punch knockout. You've walked off and he was flatline. That's what you're celebrating like. You know? And that's just not the case. Then we have the post-fight press conference. We're going to switch to that now. We're going to switch to that right now. Boom. Here we are. I want to take a look at 20, I'm already there, 22 minutes in. It's only a short interview, about 8 minutes. Let's take a look, because he's going to try and make me dislike him almost immediately in this thing. I think it's like the third or fourth question he gets asked, but let's jump in.
What would you say to somebody that says, I can't count that guy as a real champion? That fight didn't really play out. Like, what would you say to him?
Now, before we get his reply, before we get his answer, right? I'm a fan of Joshua Van. Okay, I've been singing his praises. You didn't really win you won the fight. On paper, you won the fight, okay? Sure, you got given a belt. Also, look at that belt. Let me move myself. A little belt. A little baby belt. Why are you carrying around a toy belt? You know? Why are you carrying around a little toy belt instead of the actual belt? Who knows? Who knows? Just a bit bizarre. Just a bit bizarre, you ask me. He said it was because the other belt was heavy. I don't know. A bit weird. But okay. So, you know, fake champ, fake belt. Yeah, had to say it. Had to say. Maybe that's why he's walking around to kind of set people up with that one. Maybe he's got a retort. He's got like in the chamber. You know, we're just not doing this live. Like, I'm not actually speaking to him. Maybe he'd have a sick comeback, a sick burn for me. But yeah, I'm a fan of Joshua Van. I don't think you won that fight. Like, you won the fight on paper, but the fight didn't really occur. You got 20 seconds of a fight. It didn't really occur. Sure, you're the champion now, but on a technicality, basically. You're technically the champion, you know? But yeah, let's get the response, eh? Let's get the response. Let's get the response.
I mean, that fight didn't really play out. Like, what would you say to him?
Fuck them. Yeah. If you do good, they will talk shit, and if you do bad, they will talk shit. So do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? So
You were doing good, and people were giving you your praise. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You were doing good, and people were giving you your praise. You do good? You didn't do good in that fight. You didn't do anything in that fight. Nobody did anything in that fight. I'm not even saying you did badly in that fight. You just didn't get a chance to do anything. Or why are you acting like it was a masterclass performance? The fight didn't even start. It was 20 seconds. There was like 6 shots thrown between the two of you. Like, what are we doing here? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You do good, they'll talk shit. You do bad, they'll talk shit. You didn't do anything. So, like, what are we supposed to... You didn't do anything. And this is from a Joshua Van fan. He's actively trying to make me dislike him. Actively trying to make me dislike him. And that's why I'm going to have to absolutely destroy this man and remind him of his place. Okay? We go to 22 seconds. 22 minutes, 26 seconds. My mistake. Where is it? Where is it? We're getting there. Boom. Let's go.
Minds, the fight's already booked. So, can you elaborate on that meeting, and what did you make of his performance?
yeah, he looked great tonight. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do want to give the champ. I mean, I am the champ now, but I do want to give Pantoja.
What a little Freudian slip there, Joshua Van. It's almost like you yourself, you know that you didn't really win that fight because the fight didn't occur. You're a champion on a technicality. Pantoja, by all rights, is still the champion, just without a belt. You've got the belt, but not the glory. Pantoja hasn't got the belt, but he's got the glory. That's the situation we're in. But we're not done, because at 25 minutes, where are we? 25 minutes, 10 seconds. Where are we at? 25. We'll go from there. Go from there. Wow. Okay, we'll go from there.
David here with MMA Myanmar. First of all, congratulations, Josh.
Thank you.
Do you want to say something to Pantoja and his family?
Well, Pantoja is a great champion, so hey man,
Look, we did it again.
Recover quick.
No, I know English is his second language, I suppose. But yeah, you know, Pantoja's the champion. You said it yourself. You know yourself, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. You know, Josh, you know. You're a champion on a technicality. You're technically the champion. Technically. Not undisputed. You know? You're technically the champion. And you know that the actual champion is coming back for that belt eventually. I mean, simple as that. Simple as that, really. Joshua Van actively trying to make me dislike him. Just had to get it off my chest. I am a Joshua Van fan. I really like the way he fights. And you know what? Aside from those moments in the interview where I'm kind of clowning on him a little bit there, like aside from that bit of cope with the anyone who's criticising me, fuck them, you know. Aside from that, it's actually a decent interview. He wants to stay active. He's talking about who he could fight next if Pantoja's not ready, if it's more serious. That's all good. I'm all happy with that. But like, I'm seeing flashes. We're seeing shades of a guy that isn't maybe. We're seeing two different sides to him. And one side I'm not really a fan of. Not really too fond of one side of Van. That he seems to just seems to be creeping out of him. No. But yeah. Is what it is. I suppose that does conclude this video. So if you enjoyed me complaining about Joshua Van, subscribe for more. Leave me a like. I don't know, there's a hype feature now. Maybe use that. Until next time, keep your chin down and keep swinging. Peace and love. I'll see you around.